some bubble gum playing cards. Seems interesting enough. So let's open this up and see what we've got inside. As we have some simple jokers, a simple ace design, some color variations going on, and of course some bubblegum integrated art. Not too bad. I like it, so let's put these back in their box and get our night underway. Anyway, I hope your day's been well. Hope everything's been going smoothly during your week. Looking at these cards really makes me want to get some double bubble gum. I remember as a kid, that was always the gum that was on hand. And other gums you would see typically would be Trident or Orbit gum. And those gum brands were considered more for adults, at least where I was at, since they market for better dental hygiene. And this is the stuff the kids got. I remember, especially at baseball games, how you would get some of these pieces of gum, and they would be so hard to chew into, have lots of resistance, but it would have such a satisfying flavor once you got into it. But it only lasted for maybe 3 minutes before it was gone. As we start our night with triple fives, what I would do to make it easier to chew on is that I would put it in my butt pocket for about a couple innings, let it get warm, and then go from there. And I think most games in the dugout we had a bucket of this gum around. I probably had about 5 pieces of gum a game. Maybe that's where my enjoyment of copious amounts of gum comes from. Kind of on that same note, I always thought I was weird for how much gum I chewed. And then one day, I was watching this channel called MLB Network, and there were a couple baseball players, as it looks like that's the end of our first game, as there's, oh wait a second, let's risk it for this 9. Anyway, there were a couple baseball players, Prince Fielder and I believe Miguel Cabrera, who would chew gum and have such a big piece of gum that a lot was hanging out of their mouth. A big old wad. And then I thought, oh, that's not too far off what I do, I'm good. And that encouraged me to go for an even bigger wad of gum, funny enough. And that's when I really tried having fun, seeing how much pieces of gum I could chew at once. I wonder how many I could do. I know a pack was pretty much nothing back then. Alright. Nice little turnaround so far. I always got confused when kids their jaw got sore from chewing gum. Is that just so unusual sounding to me? Oh, thank goodness. A second chance, once again, as we get our first fat stack of the night. And if we get ourselves a black 6, we'll make it 2. But that's not looking likely. As we put down that 9. And I think we're done. As there's nowhere for that 5. Queen, king, or queen. That's the only play left to make, so let's clean it up and move on to our second game. Lots of hearts. Yeah, 7 hearts left unturned. That's pretty surprising and unusual. Let's do a casino shuffle. That should be good. And by the way, what'd you think of the little card that came up right here? I told you I'd do it. I think it's quite fitting. Simple, to the point, nice. I was gonna work on it until my butt got kicked with some COVID. But I'm pretty pleased with the result. But anyway, let's get on to game number 2. Come to think of it, as we have double 5s once again to start, what is your favorite type of gum? Brand and flavor. I think my answer's gonna change a bit, but I'll try my best to keep it simple. I think my favorite fruity flavored gum is 5 gum, watermelon, or strawberry burst. One of those two. I would have a pack of that every day in high school, and that was pretty much my go-to. I remember going to Smart and Final and realizing, oh my gosh, you could buy bulk packages of gum at a big discount. And once again, triple 5s, back-to-back games. And when I found that out, I just went to town, and that was the gum that I went to every time after I discovered it. kind of generic in a sense. It's pretty solid, but nothing too great. It's kind of like the bicycle cards, like a standard deck of bicycle cards. It's like a good standard. The Ice Cubes gum, that isn't. I used to like them a lot, but they lose their flavor so much, and they're $5 at least for a pack. So maybe 5 gum is my favorite. I just haven't had a chance to get it in a while. And it looks like that's the end of game number 2. So plagued by triple fives once again. Now we're for that 8, 5, 9, king, or 6. So we clean it up as we move on to game number 3. And it leaves us wondering which cards are left unturned this time around. Lots of doubles. Wow, a lot of doubles, but miraculously, no triplets. This is how many doubles we had. 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, and jacks. All of these doubles. Pretty unlucky on that front. Let's give it 4 shuffles for game number 3. Of course, I had to throw in some cuts for good measure. Oh my. Are we gonna have back-to-back, 2-back games with triplets? Well, I mean, last time it wasn't straight away, but we got to it. Let's find out if this is our game of the night, as we have a good sign relatively early here. Let's see a pink 5. That works. Pink 5, pink 6. We'll do the tricks. There's the pink 5. Another king. As we just miss a lot of plays that time through, but a good sign of what's to come. There we go. I knew that was gonna be a black 2. So if I have good intuition of what's gonna come, I think this is gonna be a win, just by the feel of it. Oh my gosh, we just got hit with like 3 jacks in 15 seconds. As soon as I say it. we're stuck with 9s and 7s. Not much in between. Please give us a king, maybe a queen. As we get our second fat stack of the night, there is a queen, and with that queen we also receive our third fat stack of the night. Okay. Well, we have one king in our hand, but is that enough? But we have two. I was just seeing where they landed as we went through. So no choice but to play that too. We await for a play on an 8. Ooh, that's not good. I think that double play right there might have cost us a little bit. Alright, let's see. Nowhere for that 2. 5. 8. And lastly 4. It was a good game, but still, just a bit short. Let's move on to our fourth game of the night. And let's do a casino shuffle to get us into it. Double aces. Double 4s with double queens. Let's see how we do. Lots of clubs right here. The club, if you will. Ooh, we just had the 9, but not in time. Might as well get into it at this point. Let's give this deck its rating. So it does have a little bit of charm. Honestly, I think we all could agree aces. All pretty standard for the most part. Face cards are decent. There we go. It kind of leaves you wanting more. It's a bit of a washed pink, which is also, I guess, fitting in a sense. As we now have triple tens. The texture is decent. Durability, decent. Nothing bad about the deck. Nothing great. The back design, pleasant, but again, nothing great. I'm confident giving this a solid 7. For sure. Just nothing that makes me want to bring it to a 7.5 or bring it down. A decent deck for the gimmick, I suppose, if you want it in your collection. But don't be like me and get gimmick decks. I think that was our third play. By the way. Alright. Let's hope for a king. As we miss both of them by one card, and I think because of that, that is the end of our fourth game. But let's find out for sure. As there's nowhere for that 8, 4, 7, or 8. So kind of the unexpected triplets coming to bite us in the butt once again. We move on to game number 5 with 3 fat stacks, searching for a victory. Triple sixes, I'm telling you, that's our most common triplet. Add that to our negative stats. I was holding my breath a bit for the chance at a 444 to start. And of course, as soon as I say that, there is the 444. But on the bright side, at least, it's not a quadruple 4. And I am saying that with a smirk, fully expecting this to be a 4. Almost. And there we go. Final game. Here we come. Double kings. Looking fairly decent at the moment. If the pink queen is under here, then we'll look really good. But just a black jack is our pink queen with another one hiding. Now we really need a pink 10. Alright, now I'm a bit worried. There was one pink 10 we're not gonna see. So I think we need a black 7 for a good chance at that. But I'm not sure we have that in our hand. And I don't think we have that after that play. But we do get our fourth fat stack of the night. And unfortunately, that's all we'll get tonight, our fat stacks. But still not too bad. As there's nowhere for that 6, king, 8, queen, or 5. Let's see if there are any plays left on the field. Or not on the field, which cards were left unturned, my bad. My brain's obviously going somewhere else. As we had double ace 2 and 3. Alright, my friend, that is it for tonight. Another episode down, another step closer to 1,000. I had fun. I hope you did too. We're still breaking through. And until the next one, have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many sweet dreams. Stay safe and eat your fruits and vegetables.